Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, and this time reviewing on Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Now, as you know, The Empire Strikes Back is meant to be the second inclusion to the original trilogy of Star Wars, as well as being the sequel to A New Hope. Now, pretty much the film is meant to take place 3 years after the events of Episode 4, where we see the Rebel Alliance led by Princess Leia, who have pretty much settled on the planet Hoth, where we basically see that after Luke Skywalker is kind of left on the planet after an incident with a giant snow creature, he has a vision of Obi-Wan to look for Yoda, and this leads to Luke to kind of go on an adventure after the Battle of Hoth to look for Yoda. And as well, we do see characters either back again or we're introduced to new characters that are introduced. For example, we basically got Han Solo and Princess Leia still arguing with each other, but once they kind of bond together after escaping the Hoth base, you kind of tell that they do admit have some feelings for each other. But I think what damages it is that it does feel a bit enforced. I kind of feel you could have had, Leia admitting her backstory, and as well to Han Solo, and this could have really have given a chance for the two characters to kind of understand each other, like Princess Leia, admitting she's afraid about losing to the Empire, as well as admitting that she wants to live up to her family's expectations. And you could have had Han Solo admit that he does feel jealous of Princess Leia, and this really could have been a good moment to kind of give them some development. So, as well, is that we are introduced as well to Darth Vader, whose pretty much goal is to find, capture, and destroy the Rebel Alliance, as well as bring Luke Skywalker to the Emperor. Now, I do admit what's interesting in the original version, the Emperor was much different, but when George Lucas altered the scene, it was mainly used to make it kind of similar to what the Emperor was going to look like in Episode 6, as well in the prequel trilogy. So I can kind of understand that George Lucas would have to alter so many things to kind of make it fit a bit more. And the film also introduces us to Boba Fett, which is interesting is that in the special edition, sometime later, he's voiced by the same guy who voiced Jango Fett, which the original actor admitted that he had no love for George Lucas due to not really crediting him and everything else. So I do admit what makes the film work is that we basically see Luke Skywalker learning to become a stronger Jedi and being trained by Yoda, who starts off as a bit nutty, but later kind of helps Luke learn to become a better Jedi and learn to master his skills. And you do see Luke basically not only confronting Vader, but learning more truths about him. And I do admit, unlike Episode 8, the plot is actually there, because we basically have Han Solo and Leia forming a relationship that's enforced. We have Luke learning more about his heritage. We also are introduced to a new ally, Lando Calrissian, pretty much played by Billy D. Williams, known for playing Harvey Dent in the 1989 Batman film. And what's interesting is that during scenes with Planet Hoth were actually filmed with legit snow blizzards. And what's actually interesting is that during the filming with the Battle of Hoth, Echo-based troops were actually Norwegian mountain rescue skiers. And in exchange, George Lucas made a donation to the Norwegian Red Cross, which is a nice way to kind of give the kind of rescue services a bit in the film. And what's interesting is that when you look at Shadows of the Empire, for those who were born in the 90s or played the games of it, it was also meant to fill in episode 5 and episode 6. So I think what makes it work is that it does live up to some expectations. We basically see characters get a bit more developed. We basically see Luke basically learning to become a better Jedi, as well as learning more about his heritage. So I think somewhere episode 5 Empire Strikes Back and definitely paid through. So I think it deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.